Today we're going to talk about all things onions. I don't know about you, but I love onions. Fresh, grilled, however you're going to do them. One of the most amazing things to add into a dish. So let's dive in. All right, so when we're talking about onions, we really have two different ways to grow onions. We've got onion sets, we've got onion plants. Onion sets, this is what we're going to grow more for a green slicing onion. These plants, this is what we're going to grow if we want to have a nice big fat slicing onion. So kind of two different things we want to do, but the most important thing when we're growing onions is going to be making sure that we have really good soil. Okay, we need that soil really loose. Amend a bunch of compost in there, because if that soil is too dense, if it's a hard clay, your onions are going to have a hard time swelling up and really becoming what you expect them to be. So make sure you got good loose soil. Then we have to decide, do we want to grow a slicing onion or do we want to grow a green onion? Okay, with the slicing type onions, the great thing about these is you can plant them within an inch or two of each other. The problem is they don't have room to size up then. So a lot of people are going to go 3, 4, maybe even up to 6 inches apart. But you can go closer, and then as they begin to form, you can harvest them at any point, okay? So let's say you've got a little onion in the ground and it's this big, you can go ahead and harvest that. So what I usually do is I'll harvest every other one, allowing room for the ones I leave in the ground to size up bigger. So you can harvest them at any point. The way you know these are ripe and totally done growing in the ground is the tops are actually gonna turn brown. You're gonna go ahead at that point and then just harvest them. Okay, whenever I harvest my onions, I tend to like to clean a good amount of the dirt off. You don't have to get them perfect, but I like to clean a lot of the dirt off. And then I actually leave all the green stems on. Well, they'll be brown at that point, but you're gonna take them and you can actually tie them, zip tie them, however you wanna secure them all together. And then you can just hang those down in the basement, hang them in a dark garage where it's cool and it's dark, and you can just store your onions. A lot of these onions are gonna store for 2 to 4 months. And so you can be harvesting those, you know, from where you're storing them all through the fall and into the winter even a lot of times. So I love growing onions every year. It's just such an easy thing to grow. It's very low maintenance, very minimal effort involved in these guys. And it's just something that you're constantly using in the kitchen if you're anything like me. And it's just so nice to have them fresh on hand. If you're gonna be growing green onions, you're gonna wanna start with the sets. And these guys, you can literally plant one next to the other. You can space them out more, but there's really no reason, right? Because we're gonna harvest them when they're green. We're just gonna cut them off, use them in the dishes. A lot of salads, things like that. It's gonna be wonderful in there. So these guys, you can space them out a little more if you want, but you don't have to. If you leave them in the ground long enough, they will eventually start forming up. They're gonna be a little spicier. They're gonna be, you know, but it's just gonna take a lot longer. So I would highly recommend you just use these for green onions, use these for slicing onions, and make sure you got good soil. Make sure it's a nice sunny spot. They need full sun. So a minimum of 5 to 6 hours of direct sun where you're growing them. And then the last thing is gonna be make sure you fertilize. You gotta fertilize. Anytime we're growing fruits or vegetables or any flowers even, right? Fertilizer is going to be the biggest difference maker, whether you have a great harvest or just like, they did okay. It was kind of, I grew some, whatever, right? So fertilizer is gonna make the difference. And so if nothing else, I'd encourage you, make sure that you fertilize your garden well. If you want to go with an organic fertilizer, we sell a great one by Espoma called Garden Tone. We also have our Family Tree brand fertilizer, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's not organic, but multiple options in how you can fertilize these guys. The most important thing is just that you do it, and you do it regularly and follow the label to make sure that we're giving them the nutrients they need to grow the way we expect them to grow, okay? So hey, if you've never grown onions and this is maybe inspiring you, I'd encourage you, try it. It's one of the easiest things to grow. Let's say you have a flower bed and there's a little open room in there. You could just tuck these in there, or maybe on your vegetable garden if you got a raised bed, and they're just one of the darn easiest things you can grow. So give it a try this year. I think you'll really enjoy it. And then when you have them all fall and winter stored away to be using, I think you'll really see how fun it is, how easy it is, and how rewarding it is. So give it a try this year. Hey, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That will help push it out to others. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Thanks for spending time with us.